Not a chipmunk, I mean. They're both animals. And yeah, that's Division 11. Falafel against Chipmunk with Savannah as the first map of the set. Falafel has picked Hyper Random and Chateau, and Chipmunk has picked Lagoon and Fez. With the civs, we have quite a few interesting ones in here. A lot of civs banned. Also, a lot of civs banned. A few of them we saw earlier in the other set. The Chinese, of course, the Persians, the Saracens, the Mongols, the Cumans. But now we have new ones, with Chipmunk going for the Bengalis, Huns, and the Slavs, with the Koreans getting sniped, and then the Wu, the Georgians, and the Muisca. Falafel got the Gujarat sniped, and has remaining the Berbers, the Sicilians, the Japanese, the Hindustanis, the Teutons, and the Italians. Interesting civs. Of course, Chipmunk has. I would say it's only one water map though, because I haven't seen a lot of water or whether Navy played there on Fez. So I would say Lagoon is that one water map. We have a few water civs there. We have the Sicilians, the Japanese, and the Italians for Falafel, and we have the. Yeah, what do we have for Chipmunk actually? A lot of water. I guess Bengalis and the Wu. The Koreans would have been nice as well. And yeah, I would say let us get into the first game here and see how this goes. Game number 1. Yeah, let's head into it. All right. Welcome, guys, to game number 1 between Chipmunk in the teal as the Huns and Falafel in the blue as the Hindustanis. Interesting matchup. I feel like the Huns should be the first one to push here. Of course, you don't have any houses to make. Of course, you don't. Of course, you have the faster working stables. Then again, the Hindustanis do have the Imperial Camels. So even if Chipmunk is able to push this early, Falafel is definitely going to be able to push this back if Falafel is able to hold on. I'm seeing Chipmunk going for Paladins mainly now, while Falafel of course goes for the Imperial Camels. And we'll see how this works out. Castle going up for Falafel, but that's actually getting denied for now. Never mind. Builds jump back out, and so far they've traded Bill kills, and the castle is still getting denied at 90%. At the same time, a few camels got in here for Falafel as well, but they're not enough against the Paladins at the moment. The castle does go up. Chipmunk unable to deny that, and now more and more camels are gonna head Chipmunk's way, with Chipmunk now also adding a lot of CA. Makes sense, of course, especially for the Huns. Imperial camels, or camels in general, aren't that amazing against archers because they do lack some pierce armor, and so the CA are gonna be a nice addition to the Paladins. We have Falafel going for some more castles, more siege workshops, and stables. Here come the Paladins. We do get a few builds there again. We have Chipmunk pushing out here with more castles over here in the middle. And more builds going down for Falafel. The camels do clear those up though. And for now, Chipmunk is just missing the siege. He's getting some rams out. Falafel is gonna add some gulams, which I don't mind against the CA, of course. Let's see how well they do. I think the Gulam shouldn't do good against the Paladins at all, though. But I mean, at the moment, the Paladins also work against the Camels, at least to some degree for Chipmunk, so maybe the Gulams are just fine. Quite a few Camels already for Falafel, almost at 50. Meanwhile, Chipmunk does have 60 CA. He's almost out of gold though. Falafel still has some left. But only half the camels engaged and a lot of camels went down there. Here we go. Lot of CA and the camels do get into those, but there are not enough camels there and all the camels get cleared from Falafel. Chipmunk now also adding halberdiers, which is not going to make this easier for Falafel with the camels. And Chipmunk looking pretty good so far. The halberdiers could also jump into the rams maybe. The halberdiers of course not going to be great against the Gulams, but at least against the camels. Trap is going to go up to deny this castle maybe even. See how quick that trap goes. Or rather fires, I guess. The CA need to move back a little bit. And Falafel needs to push back. Chipmunk trying to evade the camels, which makes sense if all your armies on horses. And now the Paladins, they can't get in here. They're gonna take down the oranges. They're kinda left on their own though. The camels are probably gonna clear those. And so the CA and the halberdiers now have to push this back again. There are quite a few halberdiers at this point. I think there are gonna be enough against the camels maybe. Also more rams with more halberdiers in them too. And yeah, it looks like Chipmunk just lost all the Paladins, which is unfortunate. At the same time, Falafel has also lost, yeah, now all oranges and also all Gulams. Which I guess it's kind of a fair trade, despite the Paladins being so expensive. But I think for Chipmunk, the CA plus Halberdier combination might even be a better one against the camels, and even arguably the Gulams. I do feel like the Gulams would shred both the CA and the Halberdiers though, so I'm not sure about that. We have more traps coming in for Chipmunk as well now. More camels for Falafel, more Gulams as well. And yeah, for now, damn, every time I say for now we have a bit of peace, here they come. Chipmunk, 5 traps, gonna take down that siege workshop pretty quickly. And I'm hearing rams somewhere. Maybe over here. The camels get in. Yes, the rams are over here denying a castle. The Gulams, yeah, they should take down the halberdiers and the CA. And suddenly Chipmunk is in trouble. A lot of camels get into the CA. There are 2 castles though, so that's gonna help. 4 traps went down. The last one is gonna go down as well. And a good job there from Falafel's camels to take down all those halberdiers. I guess, I mean all the traps and all the CA. I mean not all the CA of course, but a few of them. And Chipmunk trying to push some more, but the CA of course not a good choice against the castle. Chipmunk is just gonna have to wait for new traps. Losing quite a few CA to the castle though. What are the ranks pulling from? Deathmatch 1v1. I think it's... I think it's just normal 1v1, like normal ladder. Which surprises me, honestly, because I was expecting Chipmunk to have way more elo. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Because other games of this type that I've casted have also had the normal elo numbers, so I'm unsure. As we have more Gulams coming in here again. They're of course amazing against the CA, like I said, and they're not getting into the traps though. Maybe just enough Paladins to hold them off. And Gulams are all going down. Also the castle from Chipmunk going up. The traps, that's actually 3 traps stacked on top of each other. I guess good job there from Falafel, but they do get taken out pretty quickly. More camels. And more paladins here into the vills. And it's very interesting that while Chipmunk has kept the CA numbers more or less stable with adding halberdiers or paladins, Falafel seems to be sending in waves of either camels or Gulams at the moment. Which isn't amazing because at least one of them gets countered by Chipmunk's units. It feels like Falafel just sending in wave after wave and they cannot get taken out, and then the next wave, and Chipmunk is also not doing amazing at the moment, is struggling here and there. But it's definitely, at least to some degree, pushing forward here. So we have the CA pushing in, the traps pushing in. And yeah, the camels alone don't do much against this combination. Seeing some... No, okay, the elephants just got deleted there from Falafel. The castle foundation here got taken out. And the traps continue taking down these castles. There's just so many CA, 43 once again. And Falafel at the moment is only on hustles mainly. I guess never mind, it's not even on hustles. It's about to make them, but Falafel course CGG doesn't really have anything to respond here to Chipmunk, CA, and I guess halberdiers as well. And Chipmunk takes the first game on Savannah against or whether as, let me make Chipmunk chill here, as, no, that will work, do this again, as the Huns against the Hindustanis. Okay, and yeah, let's get going here. We have the next one. Let's go. Right, guys, welcome to set number 2. Sorry, game number 2 of set number 2. We have Satao with Falafel in the blue as the Teutons and Chipmunk in the teal as the Bengalis. Interesting choices here. I don't think I've seen Teutons that often. Oh no, wait, never mind. Actually, I have. I do remember the Teutonic Knights, of course. So that's probably what Falafel is going for. Yeah, Paladins into Teutonic Knights and then like Siege Onagers or something to support. The meantime, Chipmunk is going for elephants. Unfortunately for Falafel, the scout is just taking the stable. Not actually the bill. Which is... yeah, okay, now there we go. And Falafel is gonna go for some halberdiers. Probably after seeing the elephants coming in. Not so sure where these guys are going though. They are gold hungry, I guess. And they're just passing the gold, okay. Interesting path of choice there for Chipmunk. Or at least the elephants. But here they come. Quite a few halberdiers in here though already. So no easy prey for the elephants. Those wills. And the elephants do get the job done at home though. Actually, there are a lot of elephants already in here for Chipmunk. Taking out a few wills there. I think that's 4, maybe even 5 soon already. And Falafel is looking pretty bad already. Castle does go up. But the halberdiers are not keeping up with the elephants. To some degree. More elephants coming in. And Chipmunk is gonna need some siege. More elephants coming in. Castle going up over here. A few lonely paladins in Chipmunk space, but the main show is all the elephants here. Bengali elephants in Falafel space. Almost taking down the TC actually, and if that happens, then Falafel is gonna be in trouble. I don't know if Falafel already has another TC up. I don't think so. So if this TC would go down, Falafel is gonna be in big trouble in terms of will production. He's only down to 4 wills already. He's lost 12 compared to 0 from Chipmunk. More and more elephants coming in. Chipmunk is out of gold now though. Still has around 20 elephants in the queue, has 80 on the field already. The TC does go down. Falafel only has 6 wills. No TC is gonna make one here in the back. In the corner, rather. And Falafel causes GG after Chipmunk completely overruns Falafel's base with those elephants. Damn. I was hoping to see some Teutonic Knights, but I guess not today. Alright. Very aggressive there from Chipmunk with the elephants. And we have Sato for Chipmunk with the Bengalis against the Teutonic Knights, yeah, against the Teutons. Alright. I would say we will head into the next one. Already. Wait, where are they? Hello? Did I scroll past them? Give me a second, guys. There we go. Okay. Game number 3. We are on Lagoon. We have Falafel in the blue as the Italians and Chipmunk in the teal as the Wu. If you guys have trouble with colors, let me know. I'm going to change those. Because blue and teal isn't exactly the best combination of colors on a water map, but if you guys are alright, then I can live with this. We have Chipmunk going for champions. Meanwhile, Falafel is gonna go for a mix of hawks and pikes. Maybe that was a misclick. It's going for concheros. They are quick. That's that for the Italians. Both of them dropping some dogs there. Chipmunk in the back. Falafel rather in the middle. Also planning a dog in the actual middle there, in the crater. And fire ships, fast fire ships I guess, for Chipmunk. I think the Wood do get pretty solid fire ships, right? They get Yeah, this is nice, of course. Yeah. The Luchans shouldn't be too bad for the Wu then either. Champions are going the long way. And the Hulks come in for Falafel. Chipmunk doesn't have that much defense at the moment. Gonna have to add more ships. Gonna go with Luchans. The champions are kind of missing at home right now for Chipmunk. Some conditoros here in the middle for Falafel. But Chipmunk is holding this, is pushing back the ships a little bit. Falafel is going to drop 2 castles here on the right side. And compared to the other games, now Falafel is the one really pushing here. Going to get some more ships in. And already has traps out as well. I think Chipmunk doesn't have a castle up yet. We have a lot of chance for Chipmunk. The numbers are growing in that sense. And now Falafel is kinda losing ground again. Castle did go up over here. The castle from Chipmunk got denied. And it feels like the number of chance right now is enough. 2 more champions coming in as well. I haven't seen I haven't seen a lot from the champions yet. I guess the Wu do have nice champions. I think they did have some bonus, right? They regenerate, yeah. They do regenerate. But that's around it. And then the Luchans now want to take down the castle. Or the 2 castles actually already. It's going pretty quickly. This one already down. This one might not even go up. A few Luchans dying though to the cannon galleons from Falafel. And this castle denied for now. In the middle, it looks like Chipmunk is winning the water. Falafel doesn't really have any ships here in the middle right now. You see falls there from Chipmunk. A lot of cannon galleons for Falafel. And some demos coming in, but they don't really get any damage. Castle does go up. The Luchans gonna have to move back and forth against the cannon galleons. Castle is staying up for now. Luchans are getting pushed back again. The cannon galleons were good, but they all get taken down by the demos. Falafel just lost quite a few of those. It took like 6 to 10 cannon galleons. And Falafel is also trying to get back on the water in the middle, but Chipmunk is holding that. And also the outside looks good for Chipmunk here on the right side. Still holding this with the Luchans. Still no castle from Chipmunk though. Interesting so far. I would have expected maybe 1 or 2 castles at this point, but none at the moment. Chipmunk is also barely at half the will count compared to Falafel, but is able to hold on, is able to push this back. Castle goes down. This one might fall next. The Luchans have to dance around the cannon galleons again. There we go. Castle falls. And I think once the cannon galleons don't really have any backup, they do die pretty quickly. Especially if the Luchans have support. Cannon galleons all go down again. And Falafel is losing water on both sides of the map basically. We have a trap coming up, actually a few of them. 3 traps coming up for Falafel. Not so sure what those traps are for here. I guess they were supposed to go well against the Luchans, but they've backed off. Or maybe actually some of them have died. So the traps are just standing there now. Yeah. Chipmunk's gonna recover a little bit here. Might try to drop a castle here. But I think that's a little ambitious right now. And at the moment it's looking alright. I think the Luchans are really nice. But the the cannon galleons from Falafel do some great damage against those, if they can. Chipmunk's actually gonna try to get this castle up. It's working so far. No cannon galleons there to take down the Luchans, so Chipmunk's navy, at least at the moment, is superior. Here they come. Castle might be going up though. We have a few ships over here. DC gets denied. Build's going down. And Chipmunk is gonna have to deal with this. Over here, this castle gets denied very badly. I also wouldn't mind some fire archers. I don't know how well fire archers do against ships, but I wouldn't mind a few. They help. I think they also get that bonus range because they fight against ships. Maybe I think they do get bonus range against buildings. I think against ships as well. Very ambitious castle here from Chipmunk after taking down Falafels. I don't know if that's going up. Actually, Chipmunk is pushing back Falafel's ships here. This might go up actually. Chipmunk also going for the gold already. And Falafel struggling. But castle goes up. It was close, but castle does go up, and now the Luchans are kind of getting pushed back to the castle behind this one, and the cannon galleons are maybe slowly taking down the castle again already. This GC finally went up here for Chipmunk, another GC on the way, possible castle 2. But yeah, this castle might actually still stay up. No. Yeah, that one went down pretty quickly. And the Luchan numbers aren't that great at the moment. Little low there, also with little support. They take down a few builds. But they probably might have to back off against the cannon galleons in the moment. A lot of docks coming up here for Chipmunk. The Wilds living very dangerously. I don't want to be these guys, to be honest. Maruchan's over here. But Chipmunk not making a lot of them right now. Also, hello Chipmunk, welcome. Tragically bad at DM. Yeah, but we were wondering if your elo is DM elo or RM elo, because it feels way too low for RM elo, and so far I've felt like Capture Age at least shows the normal ladder elo and not the DM elo. But maybe it switches sometimes, or it has switched altogether, I don't know. Thanks for the cast. Yeah, no problem. I'm also casting one of the other sets later. After the next one, basically. So far, both of these guys are looking alright. Another castle going up here now for Chipmunk. And it looks like Falafel has also kind of taken the water in the middle now. Still not so sure what the champions are doing. And Falafel has moved the wood over here. Has taken the middle. Cannon Galleon over here. Is TDM Elo? I'm almost... Yeah, that's what we thought. Elo felt way too low, yeah. Here, more loot chance again. And the Cannon Galleons do get taken out by other ships, and that means the Luchans can comfortably show their strength here. I guess never mind, more Cannon Galleons. Damn it. Let the Luchans do their thing, whoa. Guess here we go. One Cannon Galleon left. And even one Cannon Galleon is kind of pushing them back, never mind. Cannon Galleon goes down. And the castles... I don't think they're gonna stay up long here for Falafel. One goes down. The other is next. A few fire ships in here. A few galleons. But of course not enough. There's so many Luchans. A few demos in there too. Castle going up here for Chipmunk. Well, that didn't work. Chipmunk still has enough stone for another castle though. A few other castles. PC goes down. The demos don't do that much damage. And the builds are just waiting for another castle. Here we go. These castles from Chipmunk are all very ambitious. I think you learned castle dropping from Dart. But despite that, I think this still goes up. Cannon Galleon is not going to deny this. Castle goes up. Once again, quite low numbers there in terms of the loot chance, but castle helps. Loot chance go down though. Over here, Chipmunk is gonna try to retake the water. I think already did at this point. And we have more ships coming in. Also, hello Diesel, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Your name was hard to read for a moment against the blue background of the water, but thank you. Welcome, welcome. We have Chipmunk going for Falafel stock here. And Chipmunk pushing further. Not for now though. Now we're taking a breather. Chipmunk maybe even tries to go for monks to take the relics. These wills are doing who knows what. Maybe walking around the pond here in the middle the wrong way, I don't know. Running back to the castle. These ships, yeah, they don't get past the castle either. Chipmunk is gonna drop some more docks in the middle. And Chipmunk is looking alright. Falafel is preparing now to attack on this left side, it looks like. At the same time, Chipmunk is gonna go for the right side attack. And it's very close so far, I think. But once again, Chipmunk is gonna clear this here from Falafel. Still a lot of cannon galleons here from Falafel, from the Italians. But I think that's not enough because the Carrack did in there, and yeah, once the cannon galleons have to run, the Italians are kind of sucky against the Luchans. Still 3 of them left, but they do go down pretty quickly to the Luchans as well. If the Luchans focus on those, and Chipmunk is going to take down the dogs here from Falafel. Falafel tried to get some push in here too, but I think that hasn't really worked out. The castle still stands. Few Cannon Gallons are in here though, and Chipmunk wins the 3rd game as well. Falafel loses this one on Lagoon. I think the main problem here for Falafel was unable to really push back the entire time. I mean, did push back, especially in the middle, of course, but was missing these these wins on the right side here. And Chipmunk just, despite also losing a lot of ships there, to be fair, kept winning one fight after another and was able to push Falafel off the right side basically, and is taking the 3rd game too, with the Italians losing to the Wu. And let us get into the next one. We have Fez next. Let's go. Alright. Welcome guys to game number 4. We have Falafel in the blue as the Berbers and Chipmunk in the teal as the Slavs on Fez. Interesting stiff matchup. I'm seeing camels for Falafel, halberdiers for the Slavs. That makes sense for Chipmunk to go for those. The Hussar or the Scout dies for Falafel. Same for Chipmunk. Yeah, Chipmunk is just going for barracks at the moment. Going for the halberdiers. You can kinda expect that the camels are coming. Or at least care for the Berbers. Meanwhile, yeah, I feel like Falafel could have maybe expected the halberdiers, but I think going for the camels right away is definitely a choice if you wanna get to your opponent quickly. But the castle for Chipmunk is gonna go up. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of boyas this game though. Too many camels on Falafel's side. A lot of castles now going up for Falafel too. That's probably gonna have with the camel archers. A few archery ranges as well. Both of them going for the left now. There is a lot of gold here, so you gotta control that. Falafel going for a castle first. Chipmunk going for 2 DCs at the beginning. A few camels going into the back here. But Chipmunk looks pretty protected at the moment. Even saves that will. Looking solid. Yeah. Looking good. So we have Chipmunk with the halberdiers and the onagers against Falafel with the camels and the onagers, I guess. And yeah, all sorts of camels. Interesting. But I guess that's kinda expected with the Slavs too. And now we see boyas. Okay. Interesting choice of unit. I think in terms of Slavs we don't usually see, or whether in terms of deathmatch we don't usually see, oh, you want to just get in here? Don't see a lot of boyas. And I think against the Berbers with the camels, I think boyas not a big choice here either. Oh, all the camel archers went down there. Oof. Falafel loses all of them. And Chipmunk is losing quite a few onagers as well though. Here come the boyas. The camels are gone for Falafel by now. Maybe then the boys are okay. What are the boyas good at anyways? Aren't they just good against heavy, yeah, exceptional melee? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Camel archers. Are quite a few of them already. We're at 30 by now. Chipmunk is getting more boyas out. Maybe Falafel has already run out of golds to get more camels out. So the boyas are fine. Chipmunk still has a lot of gold because of making halberdiers first, mostly. The boyars, oh, they make their way through the camel archers pretty nicely. I didn't expect them to have that much pierce armor. 7, okay. That works for you. And Chipmunk's gonna try to finish this castle. Like we've seen in the last game, Chipmunk likes to place optimistic castles. This one does go up. And despite Chipmunk saying that he is very bad at DM, he is looking pretty solid during game number 4 already. Oh, a lot of siege archers coming in, a lot of shots, a lot of camel archers going down. The traps from Falafel are also not great protected here. Chipmunk could take a shot with those. Yeah, there we go, the archers. Maybe Chipmunk can sacrifice a few there. The camel archers, not a lot of them left. Castle goes down for Falafel, but Chipmunk's castle falls as well. Yeah, like I said, Chipmunk's castles don't stay up for long because they are always placed so far ahead here. Traps going down for Chipmunk. The traps also hit some oranges. At least that's what it sounds like. It doesn't look like it. There's already too much wooden rubble lying around there. A lot of camel archers again. More traps going down for Chipmunk. The bombard can, of course, really does that job. But there are a lot of traps for Chipmunk. That's 8 traps. The bomber cannon goes down to the oranges. I think that was the shot. And see if they get into the traps. The castle is there though, so not very pretty. But a lot of traps for both players. At least used to be. Now not anymore. 5 against 4. Castle from Falafel falls. The traps from Chipmunk are going down though. 2 traps left. That was also about to be a very opportunistic castle there from Chipmunk. That wouldn't have gone up at all. Chipmunk loses all those traps. There was 8 traps. Damn. Very sad to see. But Falafel holds this. Lost quite a few castles, lost quite a few units. But is now pushing back. Still has once again quite a few camel archers. Making quite a few hussars. And Chipmunk is gonna have to even that out with halberdiers. Don't know if that's gonna be enough. This side Falafel is looking strong as well. Getting some TCs up, castle, siege workshops as well. It's now pushing in here. And Chipmunk only on halberdiers at the moment, kinda. Is running out of wood actually, not of gold, which is interesting. As we see over here, the camel archers against the castle, maybe not the best use of those units. The camel archers back away. More halberdiers coming in here. And they just run away again. At least at the moment, Chipmunk should win those fights. Of course, because of the Habadis against the Hustlers. Falafel is also out of wood by now. And yeah, Chipmunk clears that up. Falafel is ready to push here though soon. Here come the cannons. Got the cannons. Chipmunk also got rid of all the stone by mining it over here. And Falafel is gonna push against this castle. Few boyas in there, or at least on the way. But Chipmunk is pop capped. So no more boyas for you. At least for now. Some houses walking this way. And Chipmunk is gonna attack on this side. Just halberdiers and traps. I guess Chipmunk can't afford any more archers at the moment. At least not a lot of them. But the halberdiers of course are gonna do amazing against the hustlers. Against the camel archers as well. Chipmunk lost I think 1 or 2 traps there, but the halberdiers are pushing back the the bombard cannons. Damn. Now after seeing so many water fights and recently, like in the last game, saying cannon galleons so often, now I'm struggling with saying bombard cannon again. Over here, the bombard cannons are still here. And the camel archers keep taking down the vills that are trying to take the gold. But now they run into the castle. A lot of camel archers going down. Falafel doesn't see this yet. There we go. Okay, puts these back. And is having trouble on this side though. The traps are running forward, or walling forward basically. The boys and the halberdiers are looking pretty fine. Really good. You could maybe see Falafel trying to do some raiding. Maybe not. Probably busy with defending over here. Castle is about to fall. Same time, Chipmunk's castle is also going down. The bombard cannons aren't defended though. Castle does go down, but one boya got out there, and this boya might even take down all 4 bombard cannons. That's unfortunate for Falafel. And yeah, the hussars do get into the fishing vills, but Habit is there to get that up. Warriors trying to chase down the camel archers. And once they do get in there, they're pretty strong. The camel archers go down pretty quickly. That was only like 4 or 5 warriors. More halberdiers here. Chipmunk's gonna rebuild that castle. And Falafel cost the GG. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this felt a little sudden. But I think, yeah, once again with so many traps and oranges here in front of your face, and so far, once again, none of Falafel's fights have really worked out. Mainly, I think, yeah, Chipmunk just did a very good job there again as well. And yeah, that was the 4th one already. We will be heading into the next one, which I'm excited for, because if I'm seeing this correctly, we are going for Falafel's 2nd home map, which is gonna be hyper random. I'm excited for that one. We update this and then I'm ready to go. Bonus points now if Chipmunk is going for Muisca. Muisca against the Sicilians on hyper random. That's what I want to see now. But I'm assuming that's not gonna happen. Let's be pessimistic. Yeah, great. Thank you guys. Game number 5. We do have hyper random, but of course exactly the two civs that I didn't want to see. We have Falafel in the blue as the Sicilians, and we have Chipmunk in the teal as the Georgians. Chipmunk got, actually both of them got one Tsar Konstantin as a scout, I guess. Interesting map generation. Also, yeah, we kind of have some water over here and there. This water is walkable though. So interesting map generation at the moment. And the scouts, or the scout unit this time isn't completely indestructible. But it looks like Falafel is set to win this fight. Looks like you also still get one hero. Störtebecker. Oh, that's a nice hero. I don't know if you guys know that, but that was like a German pirate. Yeah. Or I guess he's on the ship. Well, that's not as spectacular as I thought it would be. And Falafel is just letting his scout die, I guess. There we go. Hey, Falafel is gonna go for what looks like, at least, sergeants, one halberdier, and just 10 traps. Meanwhile, Chipmunk is gonna go for cavalier and monaspers, of course. Once again, oranges and fishing ships. Okay. Can the where are the ships? Can they fight? Also, interesting dock over here. Missionary with relic. I don't I don't know what this is supposed to be, guys. This is a very interesting map. Can you get a relic from this dock, or I thought at first they were like the markets or siege workshops you can trade with on some specific maps, but if it says missionary with relic, I'm not so sure what this is for. There is a relic over here. And ambitious dungeon and castle not going up for Falafel. The traps also go down to the oranges. The castle from Chipmunk is, I think, going up. There we go. And the monaspers, of course, do work really nicely here against anything, basically. The oranges help. And the cannon galleons, of course, are gonna have to back off. Yeah. Few CA there for the Georgians. Still traps coming in for Falafel. Let me find this guy again. Can he attack? No. Okay. I was just curious. Castle Foundation forts there from Falafel. And Chipmunk already wins the game, okay. Maybe Falafel was just tired of losing to Chipmunk, but Chipmunk takes the game early. Yeah, I think the Georgian Naspers are just really, really strong once you get a few of them out there anyways, because they do in general have your cav regenerate HP, and then of course the bonus for the Monaspers is the more Monaspers you have around, the stronger they get. I think with attack and HP or something, right? I think so. And so it's very hard to stop them once there are a few of them out there. And Falafel said no thank you. And so Chipmunk wins this set. Alright. Let me update this. We will be heading into the next set.